Good day, YouTube. My name is Captain Darren. My amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about what is Starlink. I'll share you my internet speeds. We'll talk about what Starlink claims to be their download speeds. Who is it designed for? The benefits of Starlink, and also my ordering process. What is Starlink? Think of Starlink as your satellite internet provider, like you have at home, like AT&T or Comcast or T-Mobile and so forth. Starlink is a satellite internet constellation, and it's operated by SpaceX. Currently, they have 36 countries that have satellite coverage. It's globally, and they started launching these small little satellites back in 2019. As of now, there's approximately more than 2,400 satellites at low Earth orbit. They call it LEO. As of May 2022, they say that there's over 400,000 users or subscribers. So that's basically what it is. It's just a satellite network internet provider that gives you internet for web browsing, for gaming, for teleconferencing, like your Zoom meetings and so forth. Next, I want to share you my internet speeds at two different locations. So I'm currently at a hotel room, if you can tell by the decorations in the back, and I'm going to log in to my computer and I'm going to do a screen capture. Okay, I'm logging in to one of my QTH, one of my locations, and we're going to do a speed test here. All right, so AT&T is the service provider for this testing. Here we go. We have a ping of 27 milliseconds. The upload speed, that's pretty good there. Averaging about 90 megabytes per second. And so that's good for like streaming high definition videos. Oh, look at that. The upload speeds is 19. They're averaging about 19 megabytes per second. These are good numbers for AT&T. So it's very decent. I mean, this is 94 megabytes per second on the download and then 19 megabytes per second on upload. Now let's log in to the other location. I'm using the TeamViewer software. It's free for personal use. Okay, we're going to connect to my MacBook. Okay, we are connected to the MacBook. All right, so let's do a test. Speed test. And let's go. Oh my goodness. We got a 19 megabytes per second on the download. The upload is what I'm concerned about. This one is looking at about 2 megabytes per second. I would like that to be a little faster if I were going to do a live streaming or remote HF radio operations. So there you have it. The ping was 26 milliseconds. The download speeds were 19.3 megabytes per second, and the upload was 2.43. It's decent, but it could be better. Now at this location, we have a directional microwave dish that points from the house on the roof directly to the centralized location downtown, and that's how we get the internet. Because when we moved to this place here, all the fiber optic connections were already taken up We were the last ones to move in. So I am suffering with internet speeds. Very, very slow. All right, let's talk about Starlink and what they claim their speeds are. We're going to go to the Starlink website, starlink.com. And let's go to support and take a look at speeds. What is Starlink? All right, here they're claiming that customers can expect to see download speeds between 50 megabytes per second to 250 megabytes per second, with a latency as low as 20 milliseconds. I read something about their latencies are faster than other satellite providers because they're located at a low Earth orbit, maybe approximately 550 kilometers above the Earth. That latency is minimized versus being geostationary much further in the atmosphere. They don't show you the upload speeds. So let me do a search for Starlink upload speeds. So here's a Google search. They're saying here, this is the first thing that pops up at 9.33 megabytes per second. And that was noted 2 days ago. Let's take a look. What else? I just clicked on that link. They said here, Starlink in Mexico was the fastest satellite provider in North America. Okay, here's some speeds here for 2022. The first quarter, we have Mexico, we have Canada, and the US. So the download speed for the Mexico was about averaging about 105 megabytes per second. In Canada, it's 97.4. In the US, it's 90.5. And here are the uploads. Mexico is 19.1 with Canada at 10.7. These are megabytes per second, and the US 9.33. And here are your latencies here. 79 milliseconds for Mexico, Canada's 55, and the US is 43. Who is this Starlink designed for? And let's take a look at the website of Starlink. They're showing here, we already know it's like 20 milliseconds, okay? So it's designed to be portable and for RV, recreational vehicle service. It's ideal for rural and remote communities, as they said here. Also for areas where connectivity is unreliable, completely unavailable anywhere around the world. They said across the globe. It's great for even communications during natural disasters. For example, if you get a hurricane that knocks out all the cellular service, you can still access the internet via Starlink utilizing a battery or a generator. Some of the advantages with Starlink or benefits is the low Earth orbit satellites. These satellites operate at a distance of 230 miles from the Earth, and the geosynchronous satellites operate at 22,000 miles from the Earth. So that's a lot further to transmit a signal. So latency is like the delay time, how long it takes for you to get a response. You type a search on Google, you hit that return, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally it comes on screen. So that's how I can explain what latency is about. What Starlink says, they're trying to cut the latency down to 20 milliseconds or less. Another benefit is the contract. There are no contract with Starlink, and you can cancel it at any time with no penalties. There are also no data caps. Data caps is like when you finish using up your data plan, and now the company is going to reduce your internet speeds. So there are no data caps on Starlink. Another benefit is if you're not a happy camper or are you not satisfied with the service, you can cancel and return your Starlink kit back to Starlink or SpaceX, whoever, within 30 days. Make note, within 30 days upon receiving your package, you can get a full refund. So here is my timeline. I ordered the kit, the Starlink kit, on June 23rd, sometime in the late afternoon. 5 days later, I received an email saying that it was shipped out, and that was shipped on June 28th. And the next day, it's like a next day service. You can see in the photos there, DHL has delivered the dish to my front door, and I am here on a trip, working, basically flying. It took a total of 6 days from the time I clicked send that money and to the time it was delivered to the front door. I think that was awesome. That's very fast, but you'll see some other people, they're longer waits, more than like 13 months and so forth. But it varies from region to region, city to city, and state to state. So it just varies. Well, you reached the end of my video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider to subscribe. It motivates me to make more videos for you guys. My name is Captain Darren. My amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. Stands for Visual Flight Rules. And stay tuned because I'll be making another video of my installation of Starlink 73s. Have a great day and stay safe.